everybody, Michelle Prince here, best-selling author, speaker, and publisher, and I want to talk about the power of belief and why belief is so important. You know, we all have beliefs about ourselves, beliefs about the world, beliefs about people, and not to say that your beliefs are wrong, or right, but sometimes our beliefs are not based on fact, meaning they're things that we are just so ingrained in thinking, but unfortunately, sometimes our beliefs can hold us back. So what I want to talk about is really discovering what are your beliefs and how you can leverage them in the positive to get what you want in life. There's just so much within you that you can make a difference. I know if you're watching this that you have a passion for helping others, you want to make a difference. Many of you probably know you have something within you right now, a story, something that you could share with somebody to help them, but maybe there's something holding you back. Well, let's look at what those things are, because when you are released from any negative beliefs, anything that's holding you back, and you get out there and you share your story and you make a difference, that's when things get pretty exciting, and that's the life worth living. So how do we do that? Well, let's think about what it is you want in life, right? You have goals, you have dreams, and really being clear on why are you not moving forward on those dreams? You know, what is it that's really holding you back? You know, it could be fear, it could be procrastination, but from my experience and from coaching hundreds of people all over the world, I see this over and over and over again, that I call it the number one dream killer, the number one dream killer that keeps you from accomplishing anything that you really want to accomplish is a lack of belief. It really is, because belief affects everything. It affects your relationships. It affects your finances. It affects your business, or what you do with your career. It affects everything, good or bad. So the best thing to do to really start is to look at, what are you telling yourself? And what I encourage you to do is grab a sheet of paper and a pen, whatever you have laying around. Nobody is going to see this but you. But I really want you to start thinking about, what have you been saying to yourself most of your life, all these years? It could be that, and what I'm looking for here is that lack belief, the belief that you're not good enough, or, maybe you're believing that you'll never have enough money, or you'll never find somebody to truly love you, or maybe you believe you're not smart, or something is holding you back along those lines. I want you to write them down. Now, some of our beliefs we're not proud of. We're not consciously thinking of them on a daily basis, right? But they're subconscious, but they're affecting everything. So writing them down is really the first step, because you can't really overcome anything if you don't know what it is. So step one in overcoming a lack mindset or a lack of belief is identifying, what are you telling yourself? Now, I don't mind being vulnerable and sharing some things with you on my beliefs and things that I believed about myself at an early age that really shaped who I am today. Unfortunately, when I was young in my middle school years, like most people, but I definitely had a low self-esteem. I just, for whatever reason, didn't think I was good enough, comparing myself with other people. I don't know where that came from. I grew up with a wonderful family, but probably someone said something to me on the playground when I was in, kindergarten, first grade, second grade, and it stuck with me. Now, here's the thing. Just because somebody says it doesn't make it true. But if you hold on to that belief forever, it's going to impact things in a negative way. I'll give you a really extreme example, but go with me on this. Let's say you were raised in a family where everybody believed that the earth was flat. It was flat. There was just, mom believed it, dad believed it, grandma, grandpa, aunts, uncles, neighbors, everyone you knew believed that the earth was flat. Okay, that was it. Then you grow up, you leave the nest, you go out, you find your first job, you're meeting new people, and someday you're on a lunch break and somehow the subject of the earth comes up and that it's round. Your coworker says, oh, well, the earth is round. I know this is a far-fetched example, but go with me on this. And they say the earth is round, and you look at them like they are crazy. Like, what are you talking about? No, the earth is flat. And you're almost kind of giggling to yourself like, geez, they don't know anything. And that other person is adamant saying, no, the earth is round. It's been proven. Don't know what rock you've been under, but the earth is round. And you're starting to get a little angry, like, no, it's not. I mean, everyone, my mom believes that. Everyone I know believes that. Just because you believe it or that person believed it, did it make it true? No, the earth is round. But that was all they ever knew. That's all they ever heard. And for many people, they hold on to beliefs about themselves that I'll never be good enough, or you're never going to be as smart as your sister, or who's ever going to want to be around you or marry you, or you're never going to go to college. People like you don't go to college. It doesn't mean because you believe it and that's all you ever heard, whether it be growing up or even in the last few years, it doesn't make it true. So identifying those negative beliefs and writing them down is super, super important, because let me tell you what those things are. Once you get them all out on paper, they're trash. It's trash. As Zig would put it, it's just trash thinking. And what do we do with the trash? We take it out. At my Bookbound seminar, I teach a 3-day course teaching people how to write a book, publish a book, and market a book. But one of the first things we start with is figuring out, well, what are the negative beliefs that are holding you back? Because I can tell you everything you need to know about writing a book, but if you don't believe you have what it takes, guess what? You won't do it. So we start with beliefs. And I have them write down all of these negative beliefs, and it's a very emotional exercise for a lot of people. But after they write them down, I have everybody stand up and I tell them that thinking is trash can thinking, and I have them take that piece of paper and crumple it up and throw it in the trash. And it's really freeing, because if you think about it, again, just because you believed that about yourself didn't make it true. So that's the first step. But what do you do after that? Now that you've identified these negative beliefs that have been affecting you most of your life, that are not true, not based on fact, now you replace those thoughts with what you really want. You replace them with affirmations. Who are you really? Where do you want to go? What is it that you can focus on that is positive, that will take you in the direction you want to go, versus these negative beliefs that have been holding you back? So writing down the opposite of what you wrote down for your negative belief. For example, so if mine was, I am not good enough, then the opposite of that and the affirmation would be, I am perfect just the way I am, or I have everything I need within me to be successful, or God don't create junk, I am good enough just the way I am. It has to speak to you. So you write it based on what will really resonate with you. I had one of our attendees at Bookbound one time, her negative limiting belief was about money. Money doesn't grow on trees, I'll always struggle, I'll always be in debt. And it really consumed her life so much, and she couldn't break free from that lack mindset. So her affirmation, her positive affirmation was, I am shocking my bank teller with how much money I'm bringing in. And that spoke to her. So it's whatever works for you. But figuring out what have you been telling yourself that is not true, but it has been impacting you, and then replacing it with what do you really want? I am successful. I am an author. If you want to write a book and you've got this negative belief like, who am I to write a book? No, you write down, I am an author. I am sharing my story and making a difference in other people's lives. Whatever it takes, you do it. And then once you have your affirmations written down, I suggest you put them on a little 3x5 card and tape it up in your bathroom, on your bathroom mirror, put it in your car, put it somewhere you're going to see it every single day. And you look yourself in the mirror and you read those affirmations aloud and you say to yourself, I have everything I need to be successful, or I am smart enough, or I'm going to meet the man of my dreams because I have everything within me to attract that person. Whatever it is, those 3x5 cards are there to help you reinforce and retrain your mind, because really everything that you have been thinking negatively is all because you were just programmed that way. So what this does is it reprograms your mind, but this time focusing on the things you really want, the positive things. And that's the whole point of this exercise. So find your negative beliefs, write them down, as painful as they may be, but then reinforce them through affirmations, and then convince yourself, reprogram yourself that you have what it takes, and you're going to see the power of belief work in your life.